So you're interested in learning about how to become a teacher, a tutor on Cambly.com. We're going to do a full review right now. So you want to start teaching on Cambly.com and you want to know a little bit more information about it. Well, I think Cambly.com is an awesome platform because really you can tutor and teach people from all over the world. It's a platform where there are people are applying to learn English, and you as a tutor can teach them basic English skills. You can teach them different topics that they're interested about, and you can just have basic conversations to them and start earning money. And the best thing about Cambly.com is that it's really simple to apply, and I believe there are not many requirements for you to start tutoring and earning money with Cambly.com. And really, to apply, really what you need is to be a fluent English speaker. I believe they may have other languages, Spanish particularly. I could be wrong. Maybe if you know that information, if they have other languages, please comment below and let me know. But for the most part, you are teaching English to people all over the world. And to apply, you fill out basic information about yourself, and you would film a little short video about an introduction about yourself, letting people know your background, your education, your interests. And really, the people at Cambly want to know how well you speak English, how clearly you can speak English, and how you can teach people from all over the world learn English. And that is really the simple process of applying with Cambly.com. And I actually applied maybe 2 years ago. So the process may be slightly different, but it should be pretty simple, where you apply with your information, you film a little short video clip about yourself, introduction, showing how well you can speak English, how well you can tutor and teach others, and they pretty much will accept you. And I believe it might take a few business days to up to a week in particular, I've heard, to be approved with Cambly.com. And that is the short application process. I know though, if you do have some type of teaching background, please make sure you emphasize that in your application. I know they do prefer people with teaching backgrounds, but you don't have to have a teaching background to teach and tutor for Cambly.com. I personally do have a teaching background. I have my teaching license, and I have been teaching professionally for 5 years. So I know that helped me when I applied, but you don't have to have a teaching license or a teaching background to apply. Really, you just need to have basic English conversation skills and have a good video introduction where you can be approved to teach with Cambly.com. Another good point with teaching Cambly.com is there's no minimum hours that you have to complete. I know maybe a few years ago when I started, I believe they had it where you had to complete at least 3 hours for the year, but I believe they took that away. So now there's no minimum requirements to have an active profile to teach with Cambly.com. And coming up next, I'm going to show you and tell you what the process of actually tutoring and teaching is really like. So stay tuned. So really how Cambly works is that you make your profile just like how you filmed a little short video about yourself, talking about your background, your interests, and how you enjoy teaching people. And that is how people can find you on Cambly.com and essentially request for you to tutor them. But when you're first starting out, you are competing with all the other tutors on Cambly.com. And if you're just starting out, you don't really have a rating yet, and you don't have people that know you and trust you and that want to learn from you. So when you're starting Cambly.com, they recommend you do priority hours. And what priority hours are is that you set up different times that on their dashboard, it will have different priority hours that are available for you to take on. And that means that there are so many people trying to learn English that they are trying to book you with different people kind of on a rotation basis. And you take on different students, just having conversational skills or teaching them what they want to learn in a different about 15-minute lesson period. And you would say you're available from maybe a certain hour. Maybe you just want to start off with one priority hour to see what it's really like. You would say you're available from that time. You would hit that kind of a button that says you're on, you're available. And you will start getting people who kind of get like a little ringing sound saying, okay, you have a call. And you would accept that call, and you have people from all over the world trying to learn and practice their English. So you will get paid on how many minutes you tutor and teach people with priority hours. So if you are choosing you're available for a certain amount of time, like just 1 hour in particular, for an example, you may not necessarily get people to tutor for the whole hour. You may only get 2 people that come up for the whole hour, but they are 15-minute sessions. So you would only be paid each minute for those 15 minutes that you would tutor. So that's something to be aware of, even though that you might say you are available from a certain time to another time. You might not be actually booked the whole time. You may not, but that is something to be aware of with priority hours. And once you get more exposure doing priority hours, people can, they give you a rating. So it's really good to know that you need to make sure you have a really good rating on your Cambly profile. So people will request you and request that you tutor them. And you can start building relationships with people, so you can start earning money, and you would actually get paid. If someone books with you on the times that you're available, you would get paid for the whole half hour to an hour that you choose that you are available from. So that would be the difference between if someone requests you with a lesson versus saying you are available with a priority hour. So you may wonder, how does it actually work teaching people from all over the world English, conversational skills, business English particularly sometimes, or just having conversations? Well, I'm going to be honest. Sometimes it's easier than it is with others. It's really just how people interact with you as a person, which makes it fun and entertaining, but can make it even harder sometimes based on how you guys interact with each other. So as we know, people interact differently with other people. So maybe you connect better with women, men, younger, older. Really, basically, it's really how you connect with them to make it fun and exciting and helping them. So I'm going to be honest, sometimes some people are super enthusiastic, some people are really encouraging, some people are really eager to learn and practice their English. Other people may just kind of be not as exciting, or they're kind of just boring, or you don't get that good enthusiasm as you do with other people, and that is okay. But this is full disclosure honesty right now. And I'm going to be honest here as well. Some people don't prefer to use their web cameras, and that's totally okay. But Cambly makes it where you as a tutor or teacher have to use your web camera and be on camera tutoring and teaching them. So sometimes you may be talking to a black screen, but you hear someone on the other side. Sometimes you're talking to a camera and the camera may be facing down, or you're talking to a fun and exciting person. But remember, you're talking to people all over the world. So usually the people might be in their house, or maybe at a park. They may be at a location where different things are in the background. So just try your best to really help them and teach them what they're trying to learn. Sometimes they'll tell you the different topics that they want help in. Sometimes it may say like past tense, present tense, conversational skills, business English. Usually if they are trying to learn a specific area, they will tell you what they're trying to learn that day. Or if you want to just have fun and have conversations with them, you can just talk to them. And if you are stuck about what do you keep talking about, there is a resources section in the pop-up where you are tutoring. So in the resources section, it will say resources, and usually they'll have different lessons, different text you guys can read together with questions, like comprehension questions, or different topics that your student is looking forward to learning. So that's how it would normally work when you are tutoring with Cambly.com. But another thing to be aware of is that, remember, there are people from all over the world. I have tutored different people from Mexico, Brazil, Japan, I believe, Saudi Arabia, and other countries. I can't remember off the top of my head, but as you know, you are talking to people from all over the world, so there are different things that you should be aware of that you should not talk about or speak about or ask about. So just make sure you are conscious of the topics you are teaching and having conversations with. Another thing is that sometimes you may be teaching with someone and you are in a setting where they have their friends, their family members in the same room with them, and they may pass the phone or the computer around to other people, and you may be talking with a whole bunch of people. That has happened to me before. It may be a little bit weird at first, but it's actually kind of fun if you are talking to people, a whole group of people. They ask you questions, you ask them questions, and you kind of learn about other cultures in general, even when you're practicing English. So you may be wondering, what does Cambly look like? How does the priorities look like? What do I press? All that good stuff. So we're gonna dive deep into my computer right now, and I'm gonna show you what Cambly.com looks like. All right, here we are in Cambly.com, and I'm showing you right now the dashboard. When you log into your account and you go to the dashboard, you can choose if you're invisible or visible to start taking calls. If you are doing priority hours, and I'm gonna keep it as invisible because I am making this video right now. So if you are ready, you would just hit this button to visible and you can start taking calls. You would kind of get like a ringing sound when someone is available for you to start tutoring. So priority hours is up here. And as you can see, they have all of these that are listed in the dark gray would be the upcoming priority hours that you can sign up for. So if you know that you are available from a certain time, you can choose these priority hours. Say like I'm available here. That's how to show you that you have signed up. If you're not, you can press that X. Are you sure you want to remove it? Okay. And that is how you can remove it from your priority hours list. And it's usually better if you go to the next week in advance. As you can see, the closer you are in that day in particular, there's not as many openings. But if you go further on into the week, say you know your availability like a week in advance, then you can start booking your priority hours and you can start earning more money. And if you go to your reservations, this would be if people would book a call with you and you could put your availability on this calendar to show that you are available to tutor. So you could put in this calendar display that maybe you want to edit. You can choose your times, your time zone over here. And if you do have your particular reservations available or your different times you're available, you can send your reservation URL to your different students so they can click on your link to start booking different times with you if you are choosing that you are available to take different students. So you can, down here, you are choosing availability for anyone. Your regulars, you can do a weekly template if you have a template for your times. You can clear your week out. So as you can see, I haven't booked anything here yet. But if you go to your history tab, I don't really want to show my own history, but I'm going to just tell you, if you go to this history tab, you will see how many minutes you worked, how many hours you worked, how many students you have interacted with, your rating as a tutor, and how much money you have earned. Okay, so lots of good information, pretty simple. And this would be over here where you would get notifications. And this is where you could get different messages. If someone sends you a message asking when they could book a session with you sometimes, or maybe sometimes people might ask you if you have any resources for them that you recommend. I got those messages before. Something to be aware of is that Cambly.com doesn't like really you sharing your personal information like email, Facebook, that information. So just be cautious if people are asking for that information from you. There is a help section up here if you have different questions in particular, but that is really the basics of Cambly.com. When you go to your dashboard, when you first log in, they will normally ask you to do like a checklist with your webcam, if you're dressed professionally, if you're in a quiet place sitting up, you complete those checklists before you would get to this screen. And then you would say you're available or available, invisible, and you can start tutoring and making money with Cambly.com. So that is my full review of Cambly.com. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you are interested in more work from home, teaching online jobs, you can go ahead and click that link up above. I'm linking that other video I made about working from home jobs. Lots of good information in there. But if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. My channel is all about making money online, working from home, and where different tips and tricks for you to become your own online entrepreneur. So don't forget, hit that video up above, down up there, so you can learn other work from home jobs. See you in the next video.